Ooh, man, oh man, oh man. As of present, you getting nothing but Drayton, 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 and more Drayton. And this is officially off the rim.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down. I swear they gon' see us. Ain't no way around it.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, starting off bright and early, doing it right, and we off the rim. Let's get into that fast break. First, I want to give a special amount of flowers, a love and applause for my main man, Marshall. Y'all know him as Marsh. He got married this week. That's good news or bad news for some people. Depends on how you take it. Make sure y'all give Marsh his flowers for tying the knot. That's a special occasion in anybody's world. Man, now we're going to get into that oh my God moment. Now, people feel free to disagree with me on this one. But my oh my God moment was the fact that they said Keith Singleton blocked CKC. Now, if anybody watched that clip, maybe it's just me. But you tell me if it looked like he stopped him from dunking or he just got hung. You tell me.
Oh my God.
In the shocker of the week, I got to keep things prep orientated. The rule change. I feel like these rule changes are for some teams good, for a lot of teams bad. That 1-and-1, some of y'all need to stay extra long in the gym because you missed that first one, you done. Then that shot clock going from 24 to 30. All you dribble gods out there, please, please, please don't hog all 30 seconds. Ain't no need for you to try and be Luka.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And now we gonna jump in to something I would love to talk about. Now, see, I can't speak for all the coaches, but me personally, I've always been a fan of the unsigned hype tournament. Like, this is one of my favorite times in prep basketball because the players that are still interested in getting into SimWorld prep, this is like their last ditch effort to show that they're a talent and they're of use. Now, it's going to be 4-minute quarters, 4-game bracket style, 3 games total. On the red team, we have Cuz DeLille, Kyrie Petty, Ahan Waterhouse Jr., Kate Nix, Ezekiel Freeman. On the black team, we have Asher Weaver, Jermichael Woolery, James Canton, Fo Hearted, Byron Hanks. On the gray team, we have Lou Sparks, Shaquan Howie, Cooper McDuffie, Kamarion Mingo. Ooh, I'm about to machete this man's name. I'm sorry. Vivek Swindle. On the white team, we have D'Angelo Wallace, Miles Starr, Sean Self, Mattia Dove, and Von Moe. Now, again, y'all know I carry that Northeast bias, big, proud, and strong. So I think the red team got it. I don't think it's really going to be close. Kyrie Petty's an elite scorer. Kate Nix is literally the perfect prototype 3-and-D player. Ezekiel Freeman's good in the post. And Ahan Waterhouse Jr., Lord have mercy if you come in that man paint. But I think the sleeper team is the white team because Miles Starr is a good defender. Von Moe's a good defender. Angelo Wallace is an elite athlete. I think that this is one of those things that, like, if you're watching for one certain player, that player may end up disappointing you. But if you're just going to watch this for the pure sake of enjoying hoops, I think nobody leaves here disappointed. I do think that altogether the red team is the best put together team. But those are a bunch of individuals that I'm talking about and not how they play as a team. Now,
they trying to
get that.
They trying to get signed though, aren't they, Drayden?
Yeah, but to me, the best way to get signed is playing as a team. If you go out there and you score 18 of 20 points and you get blown out, I'm like, yeah, he could score, but at this level, everybody could score. I want to see how you function as a team. Do you pass up what would be considered a decent or bad shot to make sure your teammate gets an open look? Because most of these guys are, I'm not gonna say bottom of the barrel, but they're unsigned for a reason. They're not necessarily the top gets. These are guys that fill in the 8th, 9th, and 10th spot on roster. So you got to be willing to do more team play than people who were kind of the first or second signing.
True, true.
That's what makes somebody like James Canton to me. I don't know how he's James Canton, Kyrie Petty, Kate Nix. These are names that should have been day one signs, but it's because in their open runs and their high school film, you kind of see a ball dominant player who everybody knows you can get a score at this level. It's not like college where where an elite scorer in college is kind of hard to find, and then a truly elite scorer in SWBA is 1 in a million. At prep, everybody can score.
Were there any kids, Drayton, that weren't committed, that didn't get committed, that are not in this this tournament for whatever reason that you thought maybe should have been, or how are they not on the team yet?
First name, top of the line, Conor Gregor. Honest to God, if somebody was to say to me that he filled the paperwork out and it got lost in the mail, I would believe that rather than believe that he's just unsigned. Has anybody seen him play? I know I was salivating. I definitely wanted him on my team, but I guess that paperwork got lost in the mail or whatever happened. But with that, it's time to get that thing off the rebound. Now we're going to focus today on Daniel Irvin and his ability in the one and only breakneck pace. I think what makes Daniel Irvin special in his play style is that for the most part he plays at his own speed. And while his efficiency wasn't skyrocketed, is because often he would see touches at the end of a possession where he'd be forced to shoot a spot up three, and he's not really a three-point shooter. You'll see him get the ball right here. They run a little ISO clear out. Everybody knows that you have to stay attached to the hip at Kevon Jackson. They hash off the defender, and Daniel Irvin just gets a quick one to the inside, finishes strong. An active participant on defense. I wouldn't say he's an amazing defender, but an active participant. Sometimes at the high school level, that's all you can ask for out of guys. That they try their hardest to make sure that their man's defended. Another fast break showing that this is where breakneck pace is at its best. Comes right back to him. They're going to set a screen. They clear out. Again, you have to stay with Kevon Jackson, and it allows him to beat his man on the inside. Nobody's really there to help. Easy finish. And I think several coaches need to realize that there's certain players that skill set doesn't properly get utilized in certain systems, in certain scenarios, because they're just not that type of player. If you were to look solely at Daniel Irving's ability as a scorer, you'd say, well, he was inefficient. Well, if you watch how he gets to the rim and how often he hits a good mid-range, you would see that he is a high-volume scorer, but his three-point game at this level is lacking. Quick finish by Tyshawn McGrady. I would even say Daniel Irvin, he isn't top flight as a playmaker, but the playmaking ability is there. If you wanted to use him that way, I think his frame now, he's what, 6'5", 6'6", like 180 pounds. I'm not saying he's Dylan Harper, but when you think of a skill set of the type of guard that he could be, it's Dylan Harper-esque. That he could be a good one, a good two. That when he gets the ball in space, that he often is gonna make the right play more often than not. His jump shot is to be desired. Another example, they set the pick, defense follows, he comes around, money from the mid range. But if you just watch him play, you understand more of what I'm saying than blindly looking at box scores. That's why I emphasize so much on how important the film work is. Because if you go and look at his box scores, you'd be like, well, he shot like 40% from the field. But then if you look how he shot from the three and how a lot of his shots are at the end of the shot clock and they're spot up threes, and that's not necessarily his game. I'm not saying you can excuse it, but you can definitely understand it. Great finish by Tyree Wells right there. But that's how you run the breakneck pace with a guard like Daniel Irvin. But if you want some more, you got to get it off the rebound. And SimWorld, the only place where you can see the game and be the game. We out.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down.